Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Full Court Press. I am your host with the most, Reggie. You call me Mr. 100 Yards of Running, Mr. Full Court Press. We got the NBA playoffs, y'all. The play-in is over. Now we're in playoff mode. The playoffs started this weekend, and I was excited. I know everybody was excited between Mania and the NBA playoffs starting. But right here, we talking the playoffs. Let's start with the 4 and 5 matchup, y'all. I'm talking about the Cavaliers and the Raptors. This game did not disappoint. Donovan Mitchell, 32 points, leading the Cavs to a 126, 113 victory over the Toronto Raptors. Now, I said when this rivalry started that Cleveland and Toronto, this might steal a show in the Eastern Conference. I was excited about this matchup because of what Harden and Mitchell could do in that backcourt. But the problem with me with the Cavs is the front court. Can Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley continue to be high and play the way that they're playing? If Cleveland continue this up, it's going to be a clean sweep. Bring out the brooms. I don't see the Raptors winning a game in this series, y'all. And that's just me being honest. And if Donovan Mitchell and James Harden keep playing like this, clean sweep. Next game, we got the Nuggets. We got the Timberwolves. We got Joker. We got Ant-Man. I was excited about this one too because the Western Conference is stacked. Let's call it what it is, y'all. It is stacked in the Western Conference. Joker leading the way with a triple double, y'all. Again, this man is a walking triple double. And I said the best center in the NBA in my eyes. If you could get 25, 13, and 11 and lead your team to a 116, 105 victory over Ant-Man and the T-Wolves, you got my respect there. Shout out to Joker. 25, 13, and 11. That's impressive for a center. But Ant-Man on the other end, 22, 9, and 7. That's impressive by the T-Wolves and Anthony Edwards. The next game, my New York Knicks fans, I know y'all was excited about this one. This one was in the Garden, y'all. We had Knicks, we had Hawks, we had Cat, we had Brunson balling out in this game. This was only game one, y'all. But Carl Anthony Towns, I was hard on you, Cat, and I said you need to stop being soft, go in the paint, and do what you do. Never mind those 3-point shots. You got other shooters for that. You got Josh Hart for that. You got OG for that. You got Big Body Brunson for that. Carl Anthony Towns, you got to keep playing the big role in the paint, and you got it done putting up 25, 8, and 3 blocks. That was impressive by Cat. The Knicks won game one. 113, 102 was the final score on this one. Cat led the way with 25, 8, and 3 blocks, y'all. Let's see what the Knicks did in game two. I'm going to get to game two because game two was a heartbreaker, but we're going to talk about that. Game one, Lakers, Rockets. No Luka, no Austin Reeves for the Lakers. For the Rockets, no Kevin Durant in this one. No Luka and AR for the Lakers. No problem, said Luke Kennard. Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Kennard led this game with 27 points, hitting 5 of his 8 3-pointers to lead the Lakers to a 107-98 victory to take game one without Luka, without Austin Reeves. LeBron James put up 19, 8, and 13 assists. In this game, y'all, LeBron James is just dishing the ball like he was Magic Johnson. LeBron James, in this era, the way that he's leading his Lakers, he don't need to put up points. You got Luka and AR for that. But they didn't play this game. You got Kennard stepping up. Rui Hachimura stepped up. Jackson Hayes off the bench gave you a double-double. DeAndre Ayton gave you a double-double. If the Lakers keep playing the way that they keep playing this game, this guy's the limit. We got game two of Lakers Rockets tonight. We're going to talk more about that. Sunday night, we had the 76ers after playing in the play-in, getting the 7th seed. Now they go to the TD Garden to take on Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and those Boston Celtics. And Boston was the number 2 seed going into the playoffs. They got the home court advantage going into the playoffs, so they hungry. After what the Knicks did to them last year, I could see a semifinals rematch between Knicks Celtics, y'all, and I can't wait for that. But they got the 76ers round one. JT coming back from that Achilles injury did not miss a beat, y'all. He put up 25, 11, and 7 in this one. Boston. It was a three-party. It was a Boston three-party, y'all, in Boston. All those threes that Boston put up in the second half, it was too much for Philly to handle. 123-91 was the final score. Tatum with 25 and 11. Maxey, he tried, but he needed help, putting up 21 points, 8 assists for the 76ers. To me, Tyrese Maxey need help. Paul George is a vet in this game. I get all that. You got Kelly Oubre. Y'all guys got to step up in game 2 tonight to tie the series 1-up. Because if y'all lose tonight and y'all go to Philly, y'all going to be in trouble. The defending champion, Oklahoma City Thunder, playing host to the shockingly number 8 seed Phoenix Suns. And OKC did what OKC was supposed to do. They put the smackdown on these guys. Phoenix couldn't get past 90 points, y'all. And OKC, led by Jay Will, my boy Jay Will balling out at OKC. SGA over there with him too. But Jay Will was the star performer in this one, putting up 22 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Devin Booker on Phoenix side, putting up 23 points with 6 rebounds. But OKC, like I said, they was whooping these boys all night from start to finish. Dylan Brooks couldn't handle Chet Holmgren. Holmgren doing what Chet Holmgren does. OKC cruising in this one, 119-84. That's sad, y'all. This next game was a shocker. And like I said, anything can happen in the National Basketball Association, and we are seeing that with these Orlando Magic. After balling out in the play-in, after fighting for their playoff lives, getting the AFC, y'all go to the Motor City to take on the number 1 seeded Detroit Pistons, and y'all shell-shock them. Wendell Carter Jr. putting up 17 points, getting 7 rebounds. You got my boy Pablo Banchero over there. They got Vons Wagner over there. Orlando was balling out in this one in the second half, even though in Detroit, Cade Cunningham. And I want to talk about Cade Cunningham for a second because this man is a superstar. He's on the wrong team, but he's a superstar to me, y'all. This is a point guard that you want on your team. This is a point guard that's going to be balling out. Shout out to my boy Silent Thought, OKC over there. But OKC did put the smackdown on them boys. I'm talking about Magic and Pistons right now. Cade Cunningham is a superstar. He's a future Hall of Famer in my eyes, and putting up 39, balling out in Detroit. But like I said, Pablo and Wendell Carter was too much for Detroit to handle at home. And the Magic shell-shocked the Detroit Pistons, y'all, and beat them 112-101. Like I said, anything can happen in the NBA. These guys are balling. So in this one, Orlando leads the series 1-0 on the top seeded Detroit Pistons. Can the Pistons even it out? We're going to find out soon, y'all. Trailblazers, Spurs. This was another one that was a whooping. Victor Wembanyama, future Hall of Famer. To me, Victor Wembanyama reminds me of a young Tim Duncan and Rasheed Wallace with a Yao Ming height span, because Wemby is balling inside and outside the paint. He can shoot the 3. He's blocking your shots. Anybody can't dunk on Wemby. He's dangerous in the paint, and he's too big. I'm calling it like I see it. He put up 35 points, but they playing the Trailblazers, y'all. I'm not saying that the Trailblazers is trash because they made the seventh seed into the playoffs. Shockingly, Golden State couldn't make it this year. The future of the Warriors is to be determined. We don't know if Steve Kerr's going to come back. We don't know if they should get rid of Draymond Green, which I think they should, or is Steph Curry going to move on and sign an extension with them, or is Steph going to go to another team? We don't know yet. We'll find out this offseason. But the Spurs handed their Trailblazers the first loss in these playoffs, beating them 111-98, led by Victor Wembanyama with 35 points, y'all. Yesterday, yesterday, we had the same Cavaliers that I was talking about against those same Raptors. This is game number 2, y'all. Cavs at home against these Raptors. Donovan Mitchell. He put up 35 in the last game, y'all. And he almost did it again this game. Spider is on a mission. The Cavaliers. And I'm not counting Toronto out just yet. I say Cavs in 5, but I'm going to give the Raptors one game at home. Because if y'all let Cleveland beat y'all one more time at home, bring the brooms out. It's going to be a sweep. Cleveland getting the job done at home again, beating the Raptors for a score of 115-105, led by Donovan Mitchell with 30 points, 7 rebounds. RJ Barrett leading the way for the Raptors with 22 points and 9 rebounds. Game 2, y'all. Knicks Hawks. Madison Square Garden. The Knicks started off red hot like they were supposed to. They was balling out until the fourth quarter. Y'all let and I know we gonna bounce back, y'all. But Mike Mike Brown gotta get some better guys on defense in the fourth quarter. By letting these guys come back after y'all was up by 12 is unacceptable. This and led by CJ McCollum with 32 points, and he's dishing out 6 assists. Brunson for the Knicks led the way with 29 points and 7 assists. But to let CJ McCollum come back and lead the Hawks to a 1-point victory to tie the series at 1 game apiece, I still got Knicks in 5. Game 3, y'all, is going to be in the ATL. So this series is tied at 1 game apiece. And I know that these Knicks, this game should be a wake-up call. Because letting Mikal Bridges shoot the last shot, he's not Mr. Clutch. And I'm sorry to say that. Get the ball in Brunson or Cat's hands or somebody that can set up a play. If you're going to use Mikal Bridges to set up a play and block the ball on the defensive end. That's what he's good for. But to put the ball in his hands to shoot the last second shot, Hawks got the advantage on that one. Hawks win this one 107-106. Series tied at 1 game apiece. Game 3, Wednesday night in the ATL. Timberwolves, Nuggets. Anthony Edwards, after losing that game to Joker, when Joker put up that triple-double, I call him Jokic. I call him the guy from Despicable Me. That's what he looked like. He's leading the Nuggets, and the Nuggets are his minions, y'all. He's Gru. He's leading the Nuggets, which is his minions, led by Jamal Murray and others. Follow on with Jokic. Because if he's giving you a triple-double a game, 13 assists with 25 points and 12 and 13 rebounds, I would want a center like that on my team. But Anthony Edwards was too much. He was hungry in this game. He looked like the Ant-Man that we used to seeing, y'all. Anthony Edwards putting up 30 points and 10 rebounds, y'all. Jokic almost putting up another triple-double with 24 points, 15 rebounds, but he had 8 assists. Ant-Man in the fourth quarter was hitting the 3. He was on defense, stopping on point. Then the Timberwolves. Shock the Nuggets at home, y'all. Beating them by a score 119, 114, led by Anthony Edwards with his 30-point, 10 rebound performance. Tonight, we have the 76ers going to Boston to take on the Celtics. Can they tie it up tonight, y'all? I don't see it. I got Boston in this one. JT and Jalen Brown is not going to disappoint. I'm giving y'all my picks for tonight's game. I got Boston by 15, maybe 20. I think Boston is too much for Philly to handle at Boston, and I don't think that they're going to get it done. They need Joel Embiid in this series because Vucevic is killing y'all in the paint, and Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. If they keep putting up 30 apiece, y'all getting swept, Philly. Y'all going home. The next game is the Trailblazers and the Spurs. Victor Wembanyama averaging 20 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. I do not see Portland even in this series, even though DJ Avajada is averaging 24 points, 6 rebounds, and 7 assists. Portland, y'all need help, but y'all got the Spurs is young, they hungry, and they led by young Victor Wembanyama, y'all. I got the Spurs in this one at home. This one right here is a toss-up to me, and here's why. We got the Lakers and we got the Rockets, game number 2. Now, if the reports are saying that Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves might play tonight. Kevin Durant was seen working out, but he had a piece of tape on his knee. His status for tonight's game is uncertain. I'm going to say this right now. If Kevin Durant does not play tonight, and LeBron James keep doing what he's doing, and he get a return in Luka Doncic tonight, Rockets ain't winning this series. I got Lakers in 6. Because if it's going to take time for KD to come out, and y'all ain't got Fred VanVleet, but y'all got Thompson, and y'all got Şengün, that's too much. The Lakers got too much firepower for y'all to handle. And plus, y'all got Ayton in the paint getting a double-double, and Rui stepping up, putting up 16 points. I don't see it happening. Y'all need Kevin Durant. Y'all did not sign KD and bring KD to Houston for y'all to be sitting at home for the summer to make the playoffs and getting bumped round 1. It's not gonna happen. And I got Lakers in 6. I'm gonna give Houston maybe one game going back to Houston. Maybe KD comes back game 4. Maybe KD comes back game 3. But if Luka comes back tonight with Austin Reeves, with a healthy LeBron James, Lakers got too much firepower for Houston to handle. Now, it's sad to say that Luka Doncic, he should have been running up for MVP this year. But he got hurt. I get it. So you put SGA, you put other players up there, but you put Wemby, but Luka put up more points than all of them. I just don't get it. And then him and Austin Reeves, they were the best 1-2 duo in the NBA. Everybody had a hard time stopping Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. If they come back tonight, game number 2, and they put the smackdown on Houston, it's going to be tough for Houston to win game 3 and 4 without Kevin Durant. And I just don't see it happening. I got Lakers in 5, maybe 6. Those are my picks for tonight. Tune in next week as I cover game 2 between these teams. Now, Wednesday, we got 2 games. We got Magic Pistons and we got Suns Thunder. I'm giving y'all my picks on those games now because the Pistons, I see the Pistons bouncing back. I don't see Orlando shocking them twice. So I got Detroit evening up this series at 1 game apiece, and the Suns at OKC. OKC is too much firepower for the Suns to handle. Phoenix ain't got no help in their paint. I got OKC sweeping the Suns and just chilling and waiting for the next round. I mean, come on, y'all. They're the defending champions. And this is not me being on the bandwagon of OKC because I'm a basketball fan. I call it like I see it. I do not see Phoenix winning a game in this series. Phoenix was in the NBA Finals a few years ago, and that's when Giannis got his first one. Now you see the Suns dismantling. Y'all had Bradley Beal. Y'all had Devin Booker. Y'all had the pieces there. D Book, it's sad for me to say this in the summer. Look for another team that's going to benefit you to get your first ring, bro. Because the Phoenix Suns ain't it. I want to thank my viewers for tuning in for another edition of Full Court Press. Join me next week as I cover game twos, leading to game threes. We talking Knicks, Hawks. We talking OKC. We talking Lakers, Rockets, y'all. I'm excited. NBA playoffs is heating up. Who's going to win tonight? We going to see. Tune in next week. I want to thank my viewers for tuning in. This your boy Reg. Peace and love. I'm out of here.